Hi everyone. So in this presentation, we have chapter 2, which focuses on white female teachers. We are going to talk about white female teachers and their African American students, the percentage of white females in the teaching workforce, the showdown, which will be defined later, and we'll also discuss Black culture. And this presentation is brought to you by Kennedy Corey, Teryn Railey, and ShonTaesha Zeigler. So, the beginning of the book begins, or the beginning of our chapter begins with some statistics, and the book states that 93% of the American teaching staff is white, 83% of elementary school teachers are white females, and the percentage of white males increases in junior and senior high schools. The author also states that he witnesses the declining percentage of African American teachers and the increasing percentage of African American students. So, how exactly does this affect the African American student body and the African American population as a whole? First, let's establish the three types of white female teachers or white identity orientations that is spoke about in the book. So, first we have the fundamentalist, and as a group, we talked about how the fundamentalist is insensitive, can be a racist, ethnocentric, maybe even a little colorblind. They perpetuate a white dominance, autocratic believing in a singular truth. They may be self centered, outdated. They want a routine curriculum that never really changes. They lack empathy for others. And worst of all, they single out the only black student in their classroom. The next group we have is the integrationalist, which is a step up from the fundamentalist, which still is not the best type of teacher. The integrationalist is your silent conspirator. They are cognizant of different perspectives and they're willing to consider different opinions, but they may not believe them, and they are a complicit bystander in white supremacy. They also can exhibit a savior complex within minorities. They can experience some cognitive dissonance, and they might also claim that they make no racist remarks and can also claim that they do not see color. Next, we have our last but top group, and this is the transformationalist, which is where we would like the entire white teaching staff to get to in the future. The transformationalist is aware of their white privilege, and they are also aware of complicity. They have cultural relativism, they seek different truths, and they are an ally to minorities, therefore making them an ally to their black students, which of course makes them an effective teacher. One example that all white teachers will face at least once is what the book calls the showdown. So, this battle alone will distinguish our fundamentalist from our integrationalist from our transformationalist. And the book describes the showdown as a power struggle or a rites of passage between your African American male students and their female teachers. This battle is not only an issue in American schools, it honestly mimics our society. So, how can this conflict be resolved in the classroom? Not only in the classroom, but within our society, we must acknowledge and appreciate Black culture. We have teachers who say they are liberal or they don't see color. But then the book states you visit their classroom and you see a predominantly all white, quote unquote, Dick and Jane bulletin board, or an all white library collection, or all white lesson plans. It needs to be taught within our American public schools that the Africans were the ones who mastered the laws of math and science at an advanced level and were able to build pyramids without the assistance of Greek scholars. The book says it is one thing not to know, and it is another when you do not want to know. And of course, we have the classroom where you can find African American children stroking and combing the hair of their white female teachers. And it's really the white female teachers' jobs to show their black students that they value their hair and their eyes and their skin texture and their tone. So, overall, we have a long way to go when it comes to our majority white female teaching staff that has now been created in the States. But if we can get that majority white female teachers to step outside of the boundaries of their classroom and to appreciate Black culture, we can see a brighter future within the classroom in America and within our society as a whole. So, thank you all so much for watching and listening, and bye for now.